Yo, what's up, people? Oh, good morning, everyone. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hello, everyone. Whew, whew. Doggy, it's cold. Cold, man. Mad brick in this bitch. All right, everybody. Where's my membership? The membership's go? No, it should be there still. All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Bus stop live check-in. I do this every day since October 11th, 2023, when I got jacked up by the popo at my kid's bus stop. In case they try to do it again, we're going to get it on film. But with that said, turned this into a tradition. It's been over 2 years now since I've been arrested. And man, I really hope it might be coming to an end soon. So yesterday was the deadline for Robert Cosgrove to file his opposition to our motion to dismiss, as well as his opposition to our motion to recuse him as the specially appointed prosecutor in the case against me, as a direct result of the lawsuit filed by Lindsay Gaetani against the Norfolk DA's office. Basically, everyone involved in my case got sued by her. And so today was, the deadline that he had to oppose those motions to recuse and motions to dismiss. Yesterday was 5 o'clock, and he just didn't send anything. He has not emailed us asking for more time or telling us it's on the way. Nothing like that. He just didn't pass anything in, and I don't know what that means. Could mean a number of things, I suppose. This is Massachusetts, particularly Norfolk County. Like, deadlines don't really seem to mean anything for the plaintiffs. They do for the defendants. If we did something like this, they'd be all over it, But when the plaintiffs just don't. Remember, he also asked. The original deadline was October 27th. He asked for a 3-week extension and got it, of course, to this date. And I don't know how you respond to an 88-page motion to dismiss. I don't know how you respond to that. It takes a lot of work for one person to do all that work. He has no help, obviously. I don't think he has a paralegal. I mean, he's 1,000 years old. He works at the speed of molasses. And I just don't know how he's going to respond to that. Like, how are you going to, how much work that is? It's labor intensive, bro. So I don't know what to say. This could mean a lot of things. He could pass it in today, and they're going to take the late homework with no points off. You know that. Like, the deadlines don't really mean anything. Like, nobody's ever held responsible around here. So he could pass it in today or tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. And act like nothing happened, because deadlines aren't really deadlines. He shouldn't be allowed to. But again, he has not even contacted us to tell us, like, hey, I need more time, or I'll get it to you tomorrow. Like, the fact that he's not even telling us anything is bizarre. So I guess, there's just a lot happening, in my case. If you think about it, what has happened? Well, they have assigned a new judge to me permanently out of nowhere. Krupp is just gone. That didn't happen on its own. They didn't just suddenly decide to do that. We didn't ask for it. The Commonwealth didn't ask for it, which means that the only person who could have asked for it is Judge Krupp himself. And why did he ask for it? Well, he's not the kind of guy to shy away from giving it to Turtle Boy, right? Like, he doesn't mind being the Turtle Boy villain. Like, he's a douche to me all the time. So that's not, he wouldn't want to take himself off just cause. The only reason I could think that he would take himself off is because he realizes that this motion is legitimate and he doesn't want to be the one to grant it. That's the only thing I could think of. Or this is it. Maybe Cosgrove realizes that. I mean, why isn't he filing? Watch, he'll probably end up filing something today. That would be my guess. But like, wouldn't that be crazy if he just didn't? If this is it, if he just looked at Mega Motion and he's like, I got, it's like in Billy Madison when in the competition there when just like when James Carville. Oh no, that was not Billy Madison. That was old school James Carville. It was just like, I have no response. That was perfect. Like that's how I envision his response to Mega Motion going. It's like James Carville in old school, So I don't know. I don't know what he would say. I don't know how you talk your way out of this one, out of all the grand jury shit. Remember, he wasn't here for any of this stuff. He's not even the reason any of this is happening. He just inherited the biggest loser case, the most fucked up case, and it all came crashing down, largely because of Gaetani's phone extraction. Like we got the information that we got out of that phone extraction showed a conspiracy to set me up, right? Delete information, all this stuff, right? Kate Peters' involvement, like we got everything from there. So it's just so ironic that like without her, this case might go on forever. And I paid the price for that, obviously. Like it's a weird thing. Like I went to jail for 60 days, but which is unforgivable, but it's also going away because of her. Like without her involvement, we don't get her phone and we don't get all these messages, right? We don't read all about it. And then if she doesn't sue them, then we don't have this. It's like fucking crazy. So I don't know. Um, you know, I will always be resentful for that. But at the same time, um, it's pretty sweet that these charges are just fucking floundering, man. Like they got nothing. They got nothing. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to be having an announcement about that soon, actually. So stay tuned. What else is new? Yeah. That and coupled with this info, Rebecca Lavoie was posting about this yesterday, and it's an interesting theory she has that like, remember last time Lindsay knew that the charges against her were going to be dropped, right? And she like kind of knew it was coming, and an announcement about a lawsuit was made like that week. I forget the exact circumstances. So she had an interesting theory about this, and so, it's an interesting thing this week that like, well then, the if the charges against me go away, right, and then there would be a green light to sue me, right? Like that would be the next thing that they would do, I guess. That'd be stupid, but I guess that would be the next thing. So, you know, that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know. Maybe that was her theory that like they're suing you because the charges are going to be dropped. That would be crazy. But anyway, they're not suing me right now. They, I've never heard of such a thing. An announcement was made that like they might be suing me. Like that was the big announcement yesterday. Lawsuits might be coming, and I don't know which lawyers said this. I haven't read the actual filings on this. I'd like to read that, but I don't know what to say. Unnamed lawyers, exactly. It said, like, was it Reddington? Was it Henning? Like, these are the people who represented the McCabe's and the Alberts prior to this. Was it Connolly? That's the guy that stood and held Brian Higgins' hand while he was giving testimony during the retrial, which was still the fucking most awkward thing ever. I don't know. Like, who says they're, oh, we're gonna sue him? Probably. I mean, I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker would. I've been saying that from the beginning. Oh, the trolls are so stupid. They're like, oh, see, you're fucked now. It's like, dude, do you guys, this is what you're hanging on to? That they might sue me? Do you understand how high the bar for defamation is in this country? Ask me about it. I've been sued a million times. Well, I counted 8 yesterday. There's probably more I'm missing. I've never lost, ever, despite what Krusty will tell you, right? I've never lost. We've either gotten all of them dismissed or they've agreed to drop it with some sort of like agreement, like I don't write about them again or so. Like some of these people that sue me are such losers, right? And they're like pro se defendants, or even the ones with lawyers, right? That they just, I'm like, this is, the cost of litigation is so high. Like for instance, I'm being sued by, I was sued by Julia Mejia, right? Boston City Councilor. Most of you watching are probably like, I have no idea who that is, right? And she sued me prior to the Karen Reed story, right? And I'm sitting here like, why am I paying all this money to litigate this lawsuit with this person? I don't know. Like, can we just agree to stop? I just won't talk about her again. You know what I mean? Like that's that's how some of this shit goes away. Where I'm just like, yeah, I just don't want to fucking deal with you anymore. You know? Yeah, like with Gaffney. Gaffney, I was happy to take him to the cleaners. Gaffney, we whooped him, we got dismissed. Same with Ryan Waters. I've had that one dismissed twice. Tony Branch twice. I took them all the way and beat them. With defamation, because the bar for defamation is so high. And none of these people. There's another guy named Mark Aldana. Most of you would be like, who the fuck is Mark Aldana? I don't know. Some guy that one of my bloggers, we called her Feisty Turtle at the time, in 2017 wrote about him. She called him a career criminal, and then he sued me for it because he said he's not a career criminal, even though she pointed out that he had been charged like a million things before. He's in jail now. Okay, he actually lives in Holden, or lived in Holden. Now he lives in Shirley. But yeah, so he sued me, and this was going on forever. And I'm like, he's just pro se. This is all just fucking funny games for him. Meanwhile, I'm out here like spending all this money fucking fighting this, motions this, man. Like, this should cost us a ton of money. And I'm like, nobody gives a fuck about Mark Aldana. So I just agree not to write about him again. That's it. I mean, that's what it takes, and that's what it fucking takes. So, okay, I just won't write about you again. No problem. It's just like what I've never done, and what I will never do is pay out a fucking dime to anyone for what I've written, because everything I've written is true, right? Like that lawsuit. I mean, if they actually were stupid enough to, hold on one sec, turn the camera off. Whatever. If they're actually stupid enough to sue me, it's not going to work out the way they hoped it would. Because the ultimate defense for defamation is the truth, right? And you're also allowed to have opinions. And I think in the opinion of any fair-minded individual, right? In the opinion of any fair-minded individual, yikes and bikes. In the opinion of any fair-minded individual, the McAlberts did it. So, yeah, because the fact of the matter is John O'Keefe wasn't hit by a car. And the Karen Reed acquittal strengthens that, because a jury reached that determination after hearing from 5 medical doctors, all of whom testified that John's injuries didn't come from a car. And in fact, they came from a dog. Okay. And even Dr. Isaac Wolf, who was another Commonwealth witness, said that John died from blunt impact to the head, right? That he fell down and hit his head on something, right? And the ground is not going to do that. The grass is not going to kill you. It's not going to do with your head, right? A rigid object, as Dr. Lapasato said, would be the cause of that. So that's the defense. That if they're stupid enough to sue me, it's like, bro, every doctor said that John wasn't killed by Karen Reed, which leaves only one other possible scenario, that he was killed inside the house. It's the only other possible scenario. And it matches up with everything. And every reasonable person believes that. And guess what? A jury's going to believe that too. And so a jury did believe that. One jury already believed it. They're going to believe it more when I tell the story, when I take the stand, and when I explain why I called these people murderers,
Well, okay, why did you call them murderers? Well, here's all the evidence against them. Here's what all the doctors said. Here's what this said. It's the only logical conclusion that I could reach, right? Um, so yeah, I mean, everything I said was a fact. Like every piece of evidence against them was a fact. Um, it was undeniable. I mean, Jen McCabe Googled how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m. We could talk all about that. We could talk about how Ian Whiffen manually deleted that Google search and how it still comes up in Axiom. We could talk about that, how they had to rewrite the software to protect Jennifer McCabe. I'm all happy to do that. I can explain this better than anyone, man. We could talk about Colin Albert. Why did you call it? Well, Colin Albert's not on the list, so maybe we won't go there. But, we could talk about Brian Albert, like not waking up, not coming outside, right? And where'd your dog go? Like we'll do all that. I'll go find Chloe. Like, you guys want to do this? I will do shit if you sue me that Karen Reed's legal defense never did. Like, it's gonna be. I dare you to do it. I dare you. I wish you would, but you won't. So let me see what we got here. Other shit, by the way, I woke up to Grant suing or Grant starting a GoFundMe because he's being kicked out by his mother. I didn't see that one coming. She's apparently mad about Grant's conspiracy theories about the McAlberts and Brian Tully. Doesn't like that. Yes, I have my hearing in New Jersey tomorrow at 1:00. I'm being, I don't know. I don't know how this works. I don't know if arraigned is the right word or with the special prosecutor, which with the t-shirt lady. So we'll see. Okay. Yeah, Wendy Murphy is his mom. Anyway, let me read these comments. Yeah, remember another thing. I laid it all out in Boston.com with my. I'm like the scenario. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's fuck. A jury will hear that 8 people, including 6 or 7 people that were inside the house, all said they drove by the spot where John's body allegedly was laying, and that there was no body there. That's it. And like Lucky Loughran said that he would have seen a body had a body been there. We could talk all about that. There was no body on the lawn between 1:30 and 3 a.m. The body was in the house. John didn't die from hypothermia. He didn't have hypothermia, so he couldn't have been out there. John was in the house, period. That's it. And the jury's going to believe that. So I dare them to fucking do this. First of all, no lawyer is taking this on a contingency basis. They take winning cases on contingency. When they sue hospitals, right? When somebody dies of something that's easily presentable, like easily preventable, that is a contingency basis because it's a slam dunk win, and they know that they're going to get the insurance companies to settle. And they're like, yeah, free money. That's what they do. That's how you win a lawsuit. You take something. That's why people take a contingency. Like when I sued Lindsay, that was not a contingency. I had to pay all out of pocket for that because he knew that there was no light at the end of the tunnel with this. He agreed it was all defamation, but he's like, but she has no money. So there's no money to be won here. So I'm doing all this work and I'm going to have to be paid for that. I'm going to be compensated, So you got to pay out of pocket. Now, anyway, yeah, millions of us. Are they going to sue everyone? Because millions of people worldwide think that they are murderers. Millions of people. And if they continue to put this in the public light, more and more people are like, okay, that's fine. Let's relitigate it. I'm all for it. Let's keep this in the spotlight as much as possible. Because I want justice for John O'Keefe. And the only way to do that is to keep this in the public spotlight as much as possible. So let's go. Let's keep doing it, All right. Yeah, they won't have what's her name to protect her. They won't have Auntie Bev to protect them there. Did I hear loophole lawyer on Emily C? His theory is interesting a lot. I don't agree with, but must watch. I'll have to watch it. I know that he thinks Colin's not involved. He blames it all on Higgins. And that's the other thing. Loophole lawyer's got a big audience, right? Huge. He repeated like every show. He calls Brian Higgins the real killer, right? Are they going to sue him too? Not that I want that to happen, but my point is, a lot of people think that the McAlberts killed John O'Keefe. A lot of people say that. A lot of people call them murderers. A lot of people do that because the facts point to that direction, and that's not defamation. How can they prove they didn't? Like they're going to have to prove that they didn't kill John O'Keefe. Like how can you prove that? You can't, right? Your house was never searched. So there's no way to prove that. How do we know there was no blood in there? How do we know John's DNA wasn't in there? They didn't search the house, bro. You know, they should be mad at the police. Like if they are innocent, which they're not, if they're innocent, they should be upset with the state police for not clearing them. They were never cleared. They were never treated as suspects and ruled out. They were never spoken to. They never had their, examined for cuts. They were never separated and asked to and read their rights and asked about their, the details of that night. None of that happened. You know, loophole lawyer is trying to get sued by Higgins. That's interesting. See, I like that. See, that's what's cool about him. There's a million reasons, why I would say what I said about them. So I'm bringing on. These people are stupid enough to think this is a good thing for them. Okay, we'll see what happens. Didn't Grant say that the McAlberts asked Wendy to represent them? I'm not sure, but she would have to be paid because she doesn't make any money. Turtle Boy, did you see Grant saying Turtle Riders are patient with him figuring people out late? No, I didn't. I didn't see that. Jury selection starting with Brian Walsh today, huh? But the trial doesn't start till December 1st. That'll be interesting. It can't be only Higgins. Exactly, Diane. It can't be only Higgins. That makes no sense. They would just throw him under the bus if that was the case. And like Jen has no credibility. Like, bitch, you lied. You admitted at the trial that you lied to the FBI. You lied to the FBI about who you were. And so she has no credibility whatsoever. Like her saying that I didn't do this, it means nothing because you lied to the FBI. You're a liar. All of these people are liars, period. So yeah, I'm going to be continuing. I'm obviously going to, my legal battles for my criminal cases are continuing. So I really want to thank the North Shore Nachos people. I meant to make a tweet about it, but Twitter's like fucking down. I wanted to make a tweet about it, just thanking the North Shore Nachos people who they have been meeting once a week since February at this bar in Stoneham. And they raise money every week and they would send it to Karen Reed's Legal Defense Fund. They have raised tens of thousands of dollars for the Karen Reed Legal Defense Fund. And they are now diverting those resources to me. And so I've never been there for a North Shore Nachos night. I've meant to get down there. It's just hard to get to the North Shore at that time on a Monday. But it's on my bucket list. And I went there last night and just great people. A woman by the name of Gail invited me there, but there's a whole bunch of North Shore Nachos people that are there every week. And they put some money in the G-string from my legal defense fund. And it's just great to have a support network like that. And I am eternally grateful to people like that who are taking the time to help me out. The least I can do is show up and shake their hands, So I really appreciate that. That was really cool. Yeah, I got bedhead, huh? It's not good. Okay. Now I want to eat nachos. Yeah. Anyway, it's Cloudflare. Is it because the Cloudflare is down? Is that why? Because I have them for security as well on my website. Maybe it's not working. Anyway. And yeah, I went back and somebody sent me BLT's video from like a week ago, and he's like still raising money for Karen Reed's Legal Defense Fund. He's like, yeah, send her money for Venmo and this and that. It's like, what? What? She's not on. Her life isn't online. To me, that's just such a spiteful dick move by him. It's like, and he just kind of. I'm starting to have more issues with that guy as this goes along. Half the internet isn't working because of it. Wow. Cloudflare is causing tons of web-based issues today. Wow. Are you sure it wasn't Kelsey Fitzsimmons? No, it's definitely Karen Reed. He gives out Karen Reed's Venmo, and he's like, send money to her Venmo because you can't send money to the Legal Defense Fund anymore. It's like, she's not even asking for it, you know? And it's just like this thing where these people like literally just kiss her ass and like, hey, look at me. I'm still giving you money just to like be blessed with, like, can I go out to dinner next time? You know, it's fucking pathetic. Yeah, Flipperhead's at it again. He's a fucking lunatic, this guy. He's sharing all my messages. It's like, okay, you think that hurts me? That doesn't hurt me. Like, I don't care. Go ahead, share all my fucking messages, bro. He's like sharing his messages where I'm like, yeah, it's like maybe Olivia's not real. Like, that's crazy, bro. From like before I FaceTimed her. Like, he definitely sold it. He sold it with me. He sold it with Bettero. He sold it with Jimmy. And like, he was convinced, and we all thought he was normal. So when he comes to us and he's like, I don't think she's real, we're like, okay, well, none of us have ever seen her on camera, so maybe there's some juice to this. He tells us the whole thing. We're like, okay, we'll see. And then, so then I do the FaceTime, and then she's real, and I tell him, and he accuses me and Bettero and Jimmy of being in on a conspiracy against him. Like, that guy, he's fucking tapped. Like, he's nuts. He's fucking nuts. So, again, I don't mind him sharing those. Like, I don't give a shit. Dude, I said what I said. Go ahead, share. You know, do what you got to do. It means nothing to me. And you've already said that. You told him that. Whatever. He's fucking out. Yeah, it's like he's just going at it with Meredith and, you know, sharing screenshots. It's like, bro, I don't care about any of this shit. It means nothing to me. You're all nuts. Don't text Flipperhead your secrets. It wasn't a secret. Like, everything I sent to Joe Flipperhead, I was well aware that he could screenshot this and post this if he like. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I will just tell the truth. Like, that's it. It's like, that's it. Go ahead, post whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't bother me. LG messaged Jess M last night and Jess asked her to be on her show tomorrow. Really? That's wild. He's sharing ones about her from me, and that's why I asked if they were. Yeah, the messages he's showing are real, 100%. He's a lot of things, but he doesn't like. I've never seen him fabricate screenshots. But now you're seeing the way he treats people, you know, and particularly women. Like, the way he treats women is just insane. Not me, whatever. I'm a big boy, but like, he seems to have this thing with women and just exposing them, and just, he's like, once he gets in the zone, it's like full psycho, you know. Camel Toe Joe, that's right. It's the text with Meredith for me. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's stuff's all kind of been out there, you know. And I don't really have much to say about that. It is what it is. How did he get those messages, though? I messaged him. He took a screenshot of them. I don't understand who is in them. I don't understand how Meredith is in it. Well, she messaged him too. We both messaged him. We've both texted with him, and he is sharing all of our text with him. I don't know what he thinks he's proving because he's insane. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I said what I said. So I realized when I hit send that he could screenshot this. I'm well aware of how the internet works. It's literally a bunch of shit that doesn't matter. Exactly. Like, he's just making a fool of himself. I got real problems. Yeah. And like, yeah. The still texting Joe Flipperhead. It's like, what do you think he's gonna do? He's gonna screenshot this and post it. No, she said she's petrified of me. She's not petrified of me. That is untrue. I'm not a scary person at all, I promise. And that's the thing. It's like people like no one's turning on me. Like there's nothing to turn on me for. Like I haven't broken the law. Like that's the thing about it. I haven't broken the law. There's nothing to turn on me with. Like so what I don't care. Go ahead. I mean, the worst that could happen is like here's some embarrassing shit he said. You know, that's like the worst, I guess. But I don't think that's gonna happen. How about a spaces on the injustice you're facing? Yeah, maybe. I mean, that seems a lot more worthwhile. Jimmy went on her. She did a spaces last night. I guess I didn't hear it because it's been deleted. But Jimmy told me that he went on there and was basically just like the thing was titled like "I am not John Barron," and he just went on there and just like, "What is everyone doing? Like, why are you guys? Why are all these adults? Why do you guys care? Like, obviously Meredith is not John Barron. We've all heard John Barron's voice. He's a whole different person. No one knows who he is. Who cares who he is? Also, like, who cares? You know, like it's just whatever. I'm terrifying. I'm not terrifying. If you were so scary, why is everyone running around pissing you off all the time? Exactly. The mere fact that people do that, they feel so comfortable, betraying me or smearing me or talking shit about me or plotting against me. The mere fact that so many people do that just shows how unscary I actually am. Like that kind of just proves the point. She said I broke the law. I didn't see that. I have not broken any laws. There you go. She said she was just mad at the time and she wants nothing but the best for you. So there you go. Okay. There you go. There you go. So that should end it, right? That should end it. We're good. I don't want any problems. He's embarrassing himself more than he's embarrassing you. Right, exactly. And he's too insane to see it. Okay. It was less than 20 minutes. The first one was. I know they did a second one, but it didn't record. That was the interesting one. That was the one when Jimmy came on, so we missed that. I really wish I could have heard that. Better Row motions filed. Yes, he has filed them. I'm going to be hopefully publishing the redacted version of them today. Yeah, I got to watch The Lawyer You Know one about the Albert suing me. That's true. You're not scary. You absolutely could be a dickhead, but scary? Nope. Exactly. Thank you. That is a compliment. Miss Peachy, you are allowed to do anything you don't want to do. Like I don't tell people how to feel about other people. No, Meredith did not turn on me. I mean, I don't know what you can read the messages yourself. I'm fine. Like there's nothing to turn on. I haven't committed any laws. I mean, I haven't committed any crimes. Like so there's nothing to turn on me with, you know. She just said what you said on your show the other night that y'all would never put in public. Exactly. We haven't. So I'm good. I want her to be happy. I want to be happy. That's it. I want everyone to be happy. Except for Brian Tully. I want him to be miserable. Mike Crawford is also raising money for Karen Reed. Of course. It's like these people are so pathetic. Anyway, my phone is about to die. Hold on. Hold on one sec. My phone's fucking. I'm at 1%. I just realized that. Fuck me. Hold on. I gotta charge this mofo. It might die. It might end the stream. So let's see. Hold on. Yeah, this is gonna die in a sec. So anyway, I'm just gonna end this now, guys. But good 2,800 people. I think that's a new record. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys later tonight for the live show. More news coming. Stay tuned. Peace to you. All right, I guess that's it. So I'm on my computer now. So yeah, for real. Let me remove that guy, get him out of there. So I guess we're still here. Stroke Turtle Boy over there. Definitely phone just died. That never happens. Anyway, yeah. So thank you guys for joining my YouTube presentation. Just reading the comments here. I should really do this on my computer more. It's easy. I forgot to charge my phone last night. Cool. All right, guys. Anyway, I'm out. I love all you fine people. We'll see you tonight for the live show. Peace to your bum grease and brush your teeth. All right.
It calls for data.